नमस्कार फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू हेडलाइंस ऑफ द डे। इस वीडियो में हमारा फोकस होगा इंडियन एक्सप्रेस के ऊपर। बिफोर वी स्टार्ट आई वुड से टू बी अ चैंपियन आई थिंक यू हैव टू सी द बिग पिक्चर। इट्स नॉट अबाउट विनिंग एंड लूजिंग, इट्स अबाउट एवरीडे हार्ड वर्क एंड अबाउट थ्राइविंग ऑन अ चैलेंज। तो दोस्तों चलिए फिर इसी के साथ आज की इंपॉर्टेंट खबरें देखते हैं। आवर फर्स्ट हेडलाइन इज Government to Supreme Court begin talks with Reserve Bank of India 8 months before demonetization. It is available on page number 1. और ये रिलेटेड है पेपर 3 इकोनॉमी सेक्शन से। इन दिस आर्टिकल वी हैव टू नो अबाउट डिमोनेटाइजेशन, ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, इंपैक्ट्स, क्रिटिसिज्म एंड कंक्लूजन। तो दोस्तों डिमोनेटाइजेशन को हमारी वेबसाइट पे बहुत अच्छे से कवर किया गया है, लिंक अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है डिस्क्रिप्शन में। उसके अलावा यहाँ भी कुछ अच्छे पॉइंट्स गिवन है, तो यहाँ भी देख सकते हैं। अभी न्यूज में क्यों है? क्योंकि रिसेंटली गवर्नमेंट सेड दैट विड्रॉवल ऑफ अ सिग्निफिकेंट पोर्शन ऑफ टोटल करेंसी वैल्यू वाज वेल कंसिडर्ड डिसीजन। Our next important headline is Differences on Ukraine but Dialogue Vital G20. It is available on page number 1 और ये related है paper 2 international grouping से। In this article we have to know about the features of G20 Bali Declaration. तो दोस्तों declaration underlined the need to uphold international law and said the use or threat of use of nuclear weapon is inadmissible, right? And it is also essential to uphold international law and the multilateral system that safeguard peace and stability. Our next important headline is From UAVs to Refuelers, how Israel is helping India to keep an eye on LAC. LAC means Line of Actual Control. तो दोस्तों it is available on page number 1 और ये related है paper 2 international relations से। In this article we have to know about the present status of India-Israel relations and recent developments. तो friends India-Israel relations को हमारी वेबसाइट पे बहुत अच्छे से कवर किया गया है, लिंक अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है डिस्क्रिप्शन में। अगर हम ओवरव्यू देखें तो relationship has evolved over time from being an importer of Israeli tech and equipment. Indian companies are now collaborating with Israel aerospace industries on a variety of ventures, right? Our next important headline is 3 from DU among 5 selected for Rhodes Scholarship 2023. It is available on page number 4 और ये related है paper 2 education section से। In this article we have to know about Rhodes Scholarship. दोस्तों it is the world's oldest graduate fellowship based at the University of Oxford since 1903 and students from anywhere in the world can apply for Rhodes Scholarship, right? Our next important headline is Uttarakhand moves to make anti-conversion law stronger. It is available on page number 8 और ये related है paper 2 polity and governance से। In this article we have to know what is the need of anti-conversion laws, recent developments, criticism and way ahead। तो दोस्तों इसको हमारी वेबसाइट पे कवर किया गया है, लिंक अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है डिस्क्रिप्शन में। अभी न्यूज में क्यों है? क्योंकि रिसेंटली उत्तराखंड कैबिनेट क्लियर्ड अ प्रपोजल टू मेक द स्टेट्स anti-conversion law stronger with an amendment to make forced conversion as a cognizable offense with provisions of 10-year imprisonment, right? Our next important headline is President India. It is available on page number 10 और ये related है paper 2 international grouping से। In this article we have to know how is the G20 presidency an opportunity for India to assume leadership of the global south, challenges and way ahead। तो दोस्तों इससे रिलेटेड कंटेंट हमारी वेबसाइट पे भी अवेलेबल है और यहाँ भी इसको बहुत शानदार तरीके से एक्सप्लेन किया गया है, तो आप देख सकते हैं। अगर हम ओवरव्यू देखें तो प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी took over leadership of G20 process which will position India at the helm of forming consensus among the most advanced economies over next year, and India's presidency begins on December 1st and it comes at a time when world faces economic hardships and global recessionary trends, right? Our next important headline is A Long War an Opportunity. It is available on page number 11 और ये related है paper 2 international relations से। In this article, we have to know about the present status of continued war in Ukraine, impacts, response of world community, India's position and what lies ahead। तो दोस्तों रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर को हमारी वेबसाइट पे कई बार कवर किया जा चुका है और यहाँ भी बहुत अच्छे पॉइंट्स गिवन है, तो आप यहाँ से भी देख सकते हैं, ठीक। Our next important headline is Unsung Martyrs of Mangarh. It is available on page number 11 और ये related है history section से। In this article we have to know about Govind Guru and Mangarh massacre। दोस्तों Govind Guru born in nomadic community in Rajasthan and he was influenced by the teaching of Swami Dayananda Saraswati to work for the socio-religious upliftment of people from the Bhil community, right? बाकी मनगढ़ मसाकर को हमारी वेबसाइट पे बहुत अच्छे से कवर किया गया है, लिंक अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है डिस्क्रिप्शन में। उसके अलावा यहाँ से भी आप देख सकते हैं, बहुत अच्छे पॉइंट्स गिवन है, ठीक। Our next important headline is India to host terror funding meet on table dark web non-profits misuse. It is available on page number 14 और ये related है paper 3 internal security से। In this article we have to know third no money for terror conference and agenda for the conference, right? तो दोस्तों It was started in 2018 as an initiative of French government. अगर हम this year's agenda की बात करें friends, तो it includes use of virtual assets and crowdfunding platforms by terrorist entities and their use of the dark web, links between terror financing and legitimate economic activities and payment intermediaries, right? Our next important headline is evaluating old pension scheme. It is available on page number 14. Year related paper to social justice say in this article we have to know about old pension scheme and what were the concerns related to it and what was the plan to address this situation and what was the origin of new pension scheme and what lies ahead. तो friends, अगर हम ओल्ड पेंशन स्कीम की बात करें, इट assured lifelong income post retirement usually equivalent to 50% of the last drawn salary and government bears the expenditure incurred on the pension. Atal Bihari Vajpayee government in 2003 decided to discontinue the scheme and introduced NPS, which means new payment system. New payment system is a participatory scheme where employees contribute to the pension corpus from their salaries with matching contributions from the government and it is market linked, right? Our next important headline is Vostro Nostro accounts. It is available on page number 14 और ये related है paper 3 economy section से. In this article we have to know about Vostro Nostro accounts के बारे में. तो दोस्तों, Vostro account is an account that domestic bank holds for a foreign bank in a domestic bank's currency, which in case of India is the rupee, right? अगर हम Nostro की बात करें दोस्तों, तो both Vostro and Nostro are technically the same type of account, with difference being who opens the account and where, right? Our next and last important headline is Patan Patola, Gujarat's ancient weave, Modi's gift to Italy PM. It is available on page number 14 और ये related है paper 1 art and culture से. In this article we have to know about Patan Patola. तो दोस्तों, it is woven in pure silk dating back to 11th century and Patola fabrics bear an equal intensity of colors and design on both sides. दोस्तों, आज के लिए इतना ही. Thanks for listening. For regular updates you can follow us on various social media platforms.